Alright, let's get to the stuff that you really wanted me to talk about. Let's talk about all the entertainment that I liked in 2016. As always, if you might remember, I make 2 year-end videos. The other one, in which I recap my personal year, can be found right over here. Or up here. Wherever that is. But yes, you can click that now, you can click that when you're done with here. For now, let me tell you about all of the things that I loved in 2016. So let's start off with movies. Obviously you know that I run DDP Etc., an animation review site. I tried to see as many animated movies as I could this year. To be fair, I didn't want to see only the good ones. I wanted to, you know, be as impartial as I could. So in that sense, in terms of my favorite animated movies, I'll do a top 5 written list on DDP Etc., but I will tell you right now, my favorite animated movie of the year was Kubo and the Two Strings. It's amazing. My brother got it for me for Christmas on DVD, which is awesome. I also loved Zootopia. Those two are the two that I think are going to go head to head at the Oscars, and I hope it's Kubo and the Two Strings. Other movies that I liked this year included Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I don't think that the Harry Potter universe needed to be expanded, but with the expansion that we got here, I loved it so much. Eddie Redmayne was great. I actually made a whole video about it. You can check that out. I also loved Deadpool earlier in the year. I'm not usually a fan of like R-rated comedies, but I loved Deadpool, and I actually really want to get that on Blu-ray soon, so hopefully that'll happen. And finally, my favorite movie of the year. It literally just came out a week and a half ago, but I've been obsessing about it ever since, and I'll probably make a whole video talking about it. La La Land. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you are a fan of 1950s, 60s musicals, Singing in the Rain, any of that, if you are a fan of Ryan Gosling or Emma Stone, if you are a fan of musical numbers, if you are a fan of movies, please go check out La La Land. It is great. It is fantastic. I've been listening to the soundtrack non-stop for the last week and a half. I saw it Christmas Day. I love it so much that I'm running out of breath. Anyways, this was going to be a whole video just talking about La La Land, but I have to be impartial. That'll come next week. In terms of TV, I haven't actually been watching too much TV. Race to the Edge, seasons 2 and 3 came out in 2016. They were actually really great. Second season, I think, is the best one so far. Still waiting on season 4. DreamWorks and Netflix, please let us know about that. We would really like to watch it. Daredevil season 2 came out this year. I spent a whole weekend watching that during spring break. I also made a video about that. You can check that out, but I really enjoyed it. I'm watching The Crown on Netflix currently. I'm not finished with it yet, but oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good, and I might just be saying that because I miss England way too much, but it is so good. For real though, Claire Foy is great. Matt Smith is great. Vanessa Kirby is great. You guys basically should just go watch The Crown. Please go watch The Crown. I've been listening to a lot of music this year, not the least because I have been on various planes and trains and need something to listen to while I'm doing Sudoku puzzles and trying not to stress about the fact that I'm 1,000 feet in the air. In terms of albums as a whole that I've been listening to this year, Daya's album Sit Still Look Pretty has been pretty great. Hamilton! How have I not talked about Hamilton yet? I love Hamilton. I'm obsessed with Hamilton. You all should be obsessed with Hamilton too. I'm not saying you should, but you definitely should. I have the original Broadway cast recording on CD. I also just got the Hamilton mixtape for Christmas. I have been listening to both. They are both amazing. This is a masterclass in storytelling. I've covered 2 Hamilton songs on my channel this year. You can check those out. I'm just pimping out all these videos, aren't I? Little Mix's album Glory Days is absolutely great. They have finally arrived in the UK. Well, they've been in the UK for a while. They're from there, but they got their first #1 album, and it's been #1 for like multiple weeks. I don't understand why they haven't taken off in the States yet, but please go listen to Little Mix. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, the La La Land soundtrack. My favorite song changes periodically, but right now I'm really into City of Stars and Audition The Fools Who Dream. I might cover one and or both of those because again, I'm obsessed. I've been listening to a lot of All Time Low, lots of Owl City, lots of Fall Out Boy. I'm still listening to One Direction even though they didn't put an album out this year. I liked Zayn's album okay, and I kind of want Niall's album to come out soon. I've also been listening to a lot of film scores lately. Return to Neverland, the first 2 Narnia movie scores are great. The How to Train Your Dragon scores, obviously. And I've also been listening to the score for Atlantis: The Lost Empire, which I think is really underrated, and you should definitely all check it out. This is all great stuff to do homework by. I love listening to film scores while I do homework. Broadway cast recordings, Beauty and the Beast. Definitely been listening to a lot of Beauty and the Beast, especially since the movie's coming out next year. This year. It is this year. Of course, the Hamilton recording, Wicked. I am really excited for the Dear Evan Hansen cast recording to be released because I really want to listen to it. And finally, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the books I read this year for a change, because I actually read a lot more books, and that was one of my goals, and I'm glad that I accomplished it. Traveler's History of England was a book that I was assigned for my semester abroad program, but I've reread it a few times, and I still enjoy just looking up the history of England from a traveler's perspective, and it's interesting. I've read some more Jane Austen this year. I read Persuasion, and I read Sense and Sensibility. If I'm going to be honest, I do prefer the former, but I have yet to watch the Sense and Sensibility movie with my queen Emma Thompson. So there's that. I finally read the How to Train Your Dragon book, the actual book, not just the audiobook narrated by David Tennant. I'm definitely excited to read the rest of the series so people can quit calling me a fake fan. I did read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Mixed feelings, I think, is all I'll say on that. And of course, I wouldn't be a Hamilton fan if I did not own the Hamiltome. I absolutely love it. I love that you have the libretto in there. I love reading about how this came to be because it is such an interesting story. I think that's all I have for you. That was some of my favorite entertainment of the year. Again, if you want to know more about my personal year in review, you can click here or you can click the link in the description. Either way is fine. And if you want to see more content on this channel, you can subscribe here for new videos every single Sunday. You can subscribe to my second channel for more laid-back content. Follow DDP etc. for award season coverage as the award season goes on. We're getting into the thick of it, and I'm really excited about it. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and you can also follow me on Spotify, which I highly recommend checking out right now because I've made my list of my top 2016 tracks public, so you can see what more in depth of what I've been listening to this year. It's a very eclectic mix, I will say that. As always, remember to keep living awesome lives, and I love y'all, and I'll see ya in 2017. Bye.